In the Torah, no name appears more frequently than the name Moshe, God's hand-picked leader of Israel. He's the one who stood at the burning bush, who was tasked with confronting the Pharaoh and liberating the Jewish people. He was the transmitter of the Torah, the voice of divine truth, the teacher of law, the embodiment of God's word in this world. A distant second, though no less essential, is the name of his older brother Aharon, God's chosen high priest. Aharon was the spokesman for Moshe, the heart to Moshe's mind. He stood in the Mishkan offering sacrifices on behalf of himself and the Jewish people. He was constantly engaged in the work of bringing peace between individuals and between people and God. In the parsha this week, we come across a curious verse. It says, Hu Aharon Moshe. It is Aharon and Moshe. The name Aharon is listed before the name Moshe, which begs the question, why would the Torah reverse the order, placing the assistant before the leader? Rashi explains that sometimes the Torah lists Moshe first, and sometimes the Torah lists Aharon first, to teach us that they were equals. But more than that, it teaches us that their roles, though different, are equally vital. Moshe represents Torah, the clarity of divine instruction, the discipline of law, the pursuit of truth. Aharon represents tefillah, prayer, the yearning of the heart, the warmth of connection, the pursuit of peace. One path descends from heaven to earth, the other rises from earth to heaven. In our spiritual lives, we need both. There are moments when we must lead with the mind, study, understand, and act with precision. And there are moments when we must lead with the heart, pray, feel, and connect with compassion. Neither path is superior. They're both sacred, they're both true, and they're both necessary. Sometimes we need to study Torah or fulfill a mitzvah in order to properly relate to God in prayer. And other times, we must first connect to God through prayer, so that learning and actions are infused with sincerity and selfless devotion. Sometimes we need the structure of mitzvahs to guide us. Other times we need the vulnerability of prayer to open our hearts. The Torah's message is clear. Both are holy, both are right. And we see this powerful message play out in the parsha as the 10 plagues begin to unfold. The parsha marks the beginning of God's dramatic intervention in Egypt, not merely to punish the Pharaoh, but to awaken a nation. Each plague disrupts the natural order, shattering the illusion of human control and revealing a deeper truth, that God is the ultimate force guiding history. But notice how this revelation is delivered. God sends Moshe and Aaron together as his emissaries. Sometimes Moshe speaks, sometimes Aaron. Sometimes Moshe raises his staff, sometimes it's Aaron that does. The Torah alternates their roles intentionally. Why? Because true liberation, whether from Egypt or from our internal bondage, requires both voices. It requires both Torah and tefillah. To leave our own Egypts, our fears, our limitations, our spiritual stagnation, we need the steady rhythm of sacred practice and the passionate rupture of heartfelt connection. We need the mind that seeks truth and the heart that longs for God. We need Moshe and Aaron in tandem. What comes first isn't what matters. What matters is that we embrace both. How fitting is it that this Shabbos is Shabbos Mevarchim Chodesh Shvat, the Shabbos when we bless the coming month. Shvat is the month when the sap begins to rise in the trees, deep beneath the surface. Though maybe invisible to the eye, a quiet renewal is already underway. It reminds us that growth often begins in hidden places, long before it blossoms into something visible. May this Shabbos bless us with that same quiet renewal. May our minds be illuminated with Torah and our hearts ignited with prayer. May we find the strength to break free from whatever holds us back and the courage to move forward with both wisdom and warmth. And as the trees begin to awaken beneath the surface, may we too feel a stirring within toward growth, toward healing, and toward a deeper connection with our Creator. I wish you a good Shabbos.